the first generation of my family actually born in this country. My whole family are immigrants, and I know it's a hot button topic, immigration. You know what gets lost in all the noise? We forget the destination of immigrants. We also forget that we tend to incorporate almost everybody's culture into ours somehow. As Americans, we do that and honor other people's cultures by taking their holidays and making them a 3-day drinking binge. That's what we do, right? We will drink for holidays in this country with no idea why we're drinking. Cinco de Mayo. We have no idea that's May 5th, the date in history where Mexico defeated France at the Battle of Puebla. Well, France lost the battle. Drink up, America. Woo, how about that? Yeah. The biggest one, St. Patty's Day. We drink on St. Patrick's Day because a 5th century monk chased the snakes out of Ireland. Well, good enough for me. Woo, let's drink up. No more snakes. I'm not Irish, so I've never understood why the Irish thought it was a good idea to cook up corned beef and cabbage and serve it to people who are drinking beer all day. Obviously, they were not thinking ahead of the morning of March 18th. Here's my theory: the snakes left Ireland voluntarily. I mean, like it or not, alcohol is weaved into the fabric of American history. The Star-Spangled Banner. We all remember from school, Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, but he only wrote the words. He did not write the music. He wrote the words to fit a popular piece of music at the time, which is a rowdy bar song called Anacreon in Heaven. This is true, look it up. Our national anthem is set to a drinking song. You know what that means? It means getting this close to having the Star-Spangled Banner sung to the tune of 99 Bottles of Beer in the Wall. That's how close it came, folks. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail, with rockets or glam buds bursting in air. Hand me a beer because the flag is still there. Play ball! As a comic, I travel the entire country. I think by this point I've met people every single nationality. But I gotta tell you guys this. If I meet one more person in this country that is 1/16th Cherokee, I don't know why, it's always Cherokee, always 1/16th. Had a guy tell me one time that he was half English, half Irish, and 1/16 Cherokee. Well, dude, I suggest you cut down on the carbs. A little bit over there, man. Let me say something about immigration, and I'll preface by saying my mother was a war refugee. My mom had a difficult time getting into this country. That said, I think we do need to control that border in this country. Otherwise, we're in danger of being overrun by illegal, undocumented Canadians sneaking into this country. You know, you laugh, they give you right now, we'd never know. They look just like us. I don't trust Canadians. Let me tell you why. Because every nationality that moves to this country opens a restaurant. Has anybody here ever dined on Canadian cuisine? No, I rest my case. I can only think of one Canadian restaurant. Chick-fil, eh? Okay, the dumbest joke on me, I got the bigger laugh. I think I found this level of the room right now. I'm fascinated with people's nationalities. My next door neighbor is from a Spanish-speaking country. And I finally had to ask him where he's from. I said, hey, Danny, I always meant to mention, what country did you come here from? He said, man, what do you think I'm from? I said, Mexico. Man, I'm from El Salvador. Do I look Mexican to you? No. Why would I think that? That's absurd. Did I say Mexico? I meant Norway. That's what I meant to say. I can relate. I get that all the time, too. Everyone who meets me thinks I'm Italian. And I'm not. I know I got the speech pattern. I got the mannerisms, the affectations. I'm actually Romanian. Okay. And 1/16 Cherokee. Does that help you guys that better? And my movie is Dances with Werewolves. I realize Romania is a country you never hear about, except every 4 years during the Summer Olympics, gymnastics girls show up, grab their medals, run back to Romania every 4 years. And to me, that's the coolest thing, when sometimes small countries get to win gold at the Olympics. But you know, when your smaller countries wins a gold, that's gonna mess up the guy who has to play national anthems at the award ceremony. Right, he's got this box of anthems, they hit him with one. The winner, Ecuador. I don't even have Ecuador in the box, man. I'm gonna have to play Santana and hope nobody notices. I'll do that. Please rise for the Ecuador national anthem. Oye, como va? Mi ritmo bueno pagos. Yes, ladies, this is how I dance, huh? Yes. Yeah, look at you. Glad you told us. We thought we were watching a middle-aged white guy having a seizure on the stage.